Okie dokie. We gotta get some stuff still set up. We gotta get 15 subscribers in an hour. Is that possible? Is that possible? We're gonna find out in just a moment. I see that I'm live now, so if you're watching this in the future, go ahead and fast forward a little bit. Every single one of my streams, you're gonna have to fast forward a little bit because I always try and get stuff set up in the beginning. Primarily, that number that just popped up on the screen. It's not super important, but I like to keep track, so every video that I record and post, I can look back and see how many subscribers I had when I had that video. So the idea is that that number will continue to go up. Maybe I'll get better at editing, put more effort into this stuff. I'm just working so much. I just work so much now that it's become a little bit difficult to make these chess videos the way that I used to. But even when I had more time, I didn't put in all that much effort into the editing and stuff. Okay, so this is a game right here. Boom, we'll make this full screen. Then I'm going to move this over so I can actually see myself. We're going to do the pop-out dashboard so I can see how many people are watching my video. I'm going to pull it up on my phone actually real quick. Go to my channel. Go ahead and click on it. It's looking good. Why was it glitching out right there? I was doing some skincare. I got oil on my face. Not oil. Serum. Orencia from Korea. That's what we got. All right, I'm just yapping because I want to watch the video and make sure that like everything's good. Okay, so what I actually want to do is look at my profile. I guess it's good enough. Go back to the horrendous background music. I played this game earlier and got a draw. Now I'm gonna be upset. This is a game that I played just now in the sauna. I go in the sauna for 20 minutes, so I play a 10-minute casual game of chess while I'm in there. And this was the game. And so let's dive into it. Should we turn the computer on? Yes, we should. Now, what we want to do, I want no arrows, no lines, computer on, but I want the evaluation bar. So we have Sicilian, open Sicilian structure. Okay, everything is kind of just book moves so far. We're just developing our pieces. And I'm slightly losing here with this queen move. This queen move is not great. What was better? Probably just bringing the bishop. No. Stepping over with the rook. I'm not 100% sure what's the correct... I don't know what the computer wants me to play here. I tried a lot of different moves. What other moves do I have? I've played like every move in the position, and it says all of them are not that great. So, okay. We play a move that's not that great. We get the bishop developed. Quick little trade. I thought about this for more time than I really needed to. Obviously, I'm just going to take back with the queen. Like, why would I double my pawns in the middle of the board? So I do take with the queen, which was the correct decision. We get attacked by the knight. We step back. He jumps back, and I jump in with the knight. He hits me with a pin. I step out of the pin. He takes, and again, I take with the queen. He takes here, jumps in with the queen. This is the only move that defends everything, and here I am slightly winning because your knight in the middle of the board is decent, but I think my bishop is way better than your knight. I'm actually scaring stuff. So we kick that knight out, slide over with the rook, and then here I go for this pawn break, which I feel like is the correct idea. What we want to do is more pressure on this piece. How do we do that? Get this freaking pawn off the board. So we launch it forward. We step back. Okay, yeah, sorry. He's attacking the bishop. He's attacking the bishop first. So we step back. Then we go for the pawn break, which is Hello, please sober. Hi, you're very good. Hello. Yes, I am sober. Please sober. What are you talking about? Please sober. I have 5 years sober, actually. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do nothing. 5 years off of everything. Not that anyone's keeping track or anything, so it's around there. So this pawn break, I thought about it for 40 seconds and decided earlier in this game, I was like, I want to win by any means possible, is what I was thinking. But then in the sauna, the heat got to me, and I said, we're fucking attacking, baby. And I launch a pawn. He captures, I bring a rook. Visually, I like this position. This pawn is weak, but we're getting ideas, and every single one of his pieces is on the back rank. That is absolutely insane to me. Like, look how developed and active my pieces are, but it's still an equal position. Like, that's just how crazy chess is sometimes. He hits me with a check, I step over, and he grabs a pawn. I attack the queen, he hits a check, I block the check, he grabs another pawn. Now I am officially 2 pawns down for my attack. So if the attack does not work, I lose in the endgame. That's what just happened. He grabbed 2 pawns. So in any endgame that we ever, like if we trade the queens, then we trade the rooks, then we trade whatever, and trade, I lose in that endgame every single time. I'm down 2 pawns. And not to mention, my pawns are weak. I mean, yeah, this one's weak, but mine are weaker. So we step over. We're really just trying to apply pressure here. Brings the rook. Are you guys ready? I mean, he brings the knight to block my double barrel bazooka, looking at the weak square. Everybody wants this square. And I sack the rook. It's not that bad. I knew it was bad, but it's not that bad. He takes with the pawn, and all of a sudden I'm winning. Now, I can't take with the rook because that hangs mate. Maybe I do take with the rook, and if he gives the check, I slide back attacking him. Was that what I was supposed to play? Nope, nope. Played the correct. Chess is so hard. What am I supposed to play here? I wish there was like a toggle switch. Show me the best move. Getting active with the bishop. I was never going to... I guess that makes sense. I mean, we just put the bishop in the middle of the board, and that's a strong bishop. Arguably, that bishop is better than your rook. Okay, makes sense. Capture, improve my position. I was too greedy here. I was like, you know what? This will be fine. We'll give a check. He steps over. Then I reroute the bishop. I say, okay, we've got discovery ideas. So he steps out of the discovery ideas. I take a little tiny step forward with the queen. We're just straight up threatening this pawn. And once we threaten that pawn, I can push this, open stuff up. We're also threatening this. He steps up defending. I take with check. And I did have a mate, and I didn't find it. Oh, for one, that ruins the game a little bit for you guys. If you're watching. I just played this in the sauna. I didn't review it. How do you get the arrows on Lee chess? You go to the side over here. Makes this not full screen. You go over to the side over here, hit this little gear, and you can change the number of lines. That's how you get the arrows. That's how you change the arrows. I think we're just... Let's keep it on. Why not? Boom. Fun little hack. If you guys are on a computer, I don't know if you guys knew this. See this thing moving around? If you want it to just be full screen. Sorry, I grabbed the wrong thing. You can just, boom, stick it to the top. And it will automatically go there. Okay. Check. Ugh, I'm still winning. I'm still winning. +8. I did have the checkmate. I push a pawn. I'm still winning. Still winning. Still winning. And look what I do. Now look how long I sat here for these moves. 10 seconds for this. 50 seconds out of my 3 minutes for this. 10 seconds for this. I haven't been that long. This was me trying to decide. I just didn't want to lose on time. This is where I should have reserved some of my time. Like the trick here is I can't grab the rook because I'm hanging mate in 1. So that pawn is kind of pinned. Dude, incredibly unfortunate. Have mate in 8. Check. I mean, if you go here, I just imagine I'm getting in all sorts of terrifying ways. Yeah, okay. So he steps over. I didn't see what to do here. I'm just supposed to bring the bishop. What does that do? Oh my god, it blocks the pin. So now I'm threatening this. That's what we do. We defend so this isn't a thing. Oh, that's a fancy move. I didn't even consider that. I saw this whole thing. Like, I can't grab the rook. I didn't really see a way to... I figured what I was considering here was pushing this pawn a couple moves back. In this position, I was considering pushing the pawn. And I'm still winning. I still have mate in 8. So you can't even take. You step back. You step over. I'm going to hit you with another check. You step over. I hit you with this one. This one. Defending the rook. Oh. I need to get better at tactics, boys. That was an easy dub. If you would have given me more time, I maybe would have gone for it. But we were in the sauna. It was hot. It was 200 degrees. 196. I don't know what that is if for other foreign people watching. I don't know how to explain that. But that sucks. You know, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. I kind of thought, you know what I mean? We sacrificed a rook. We're getting fancy. If I can't find the mate, like if I didn't see the mate, I was like, I can probably bail out here for a draw. I played on, and I went for the draw. That's so unfortunate. Incredibly unfortunate. Not really. It wasn't rated, so I don't actually care all that much. Alright, so we've got 80 people watching. I'm going to stream for exactly 51 more minutes. I'm going to set a timer as well. I need to eat a sandwich. I just pulled up my calculator instead of my timer. We're going to go 49 minutes, is that what I said? Yes, it is. 51 minutes is what I said. Okay, we've got the timer going. So it's kind of up to you guys. I'm down to play with viewers. If you guys want to play, we can play. My face is kind of itchy from the oil that I put on, my skincare. I showed people earlier. Orencia is what that is, I think. Want to see what it looks like? I love skincare stuff, boys. I love it. I do skincare every day. I even got some of this stuff. Your boy stay locked up, booked up, whatever you want to call it. All right, let's play. Okay. Wait, what? Why did it explain to me what chess 960 is? Have I not played? I haven't played chess 960 on this account. Okay, so general rule of thumb, I'm going to just push this pawn defended by the rook, then put the knight behind it. That's my immediate game plan. Seems like not a terrible idea. The queens are in the corner opposite to the bishops. So this move is probably going to make sense, but the knight's always going to go there. Bro, what do you... What's he think he's calculating? He's spending this 15 seconds trying to just absorb the position? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. That's not how chess is played. Open up the diagonal for the bishop? Duh. Guess that, open the diagonal for this bishop, defending the pawn. Kind of a weak square in the center of the board. And the game plan to get the queen out might be something like this. Just copying me, bro. Alright, so we got to do something with the bishop. So let's put the bishop here and maybe the knight here. Something like this. Making a hole right here. I'm very well aware of that. But we're going to bring a knight. And we've transposed. I don't really know how the castling works. I think that would castle me here, would it not? You would just move the king and the rook would stay still. Is that what we want? No, probably not, because this would happen immediately. Okay, so how do I castle? We're probably going to need to step over at some point anyway, so let's just go ahead and do that. And now we have entered... This is definitely... We have no opening prep or theory or anything. Chess 960 is actually quite fun. It is actually quite fun. I mean... Okay. Look at this crazy structure. I am looking for tactics. I'm kind of okay with the capture. I'm bringing another knight. He's going to kick me out, but then I have this fork. Okay, so this fork is a tactic that it's important to note. But we're going to need to get the queen involved, so let's just... I don't hate this. We're just like building up this battery. Never in a million years. Okay, maybe in a million years this diagonal will open. And if 13 of you could please subscribe, it'd mean the world to me. I'm trying to reach 5,000 subscribers, and once we get to 4,999, I'm gonna like take a video. That's a big moment for a YouTuber. Get 5,000 subscribers. Okay, so you want to just lock your bishop in there. Did that not give me the fork that we talked about earlier? Always look for things like this. That's just an incredibly important square. We're going to grab this rook. Then we're going to challenge this knight like so. I'm going to trade all of it. Okay, so he wants to open the file this way. We'd love to get my knight here, but I just don't really think it's ever going to happen. Let's maintain this. Okay, so we're going to take. If he takes with the knight, I'm just going to take. Not rocket science. I'm up in exchange, so trading is good for me. So that's what we're going to be doing. And then we're going to try and fight over this open file, because you only have one rook, baby. You do have a dark square bishop that... This bishop has no life. And what we're going to do... My queen has no life either. I want to play this, but then that's just tempo here. If I play this... It might be safer to double like so. Also, do we need to be worried about stuff like this? Queen's not going anywhere. What about launching forward? Ooh. Then pushing again and getting planted like this? Doesn't seem like a terrible, terrible idea. We're going for it. This also like opens up my queen just a little bit. We got to get the queen into the game. Both of our queens are kind of blocked in by all of these pieces. Also, I'm not sure what the game plan is, but his bishops can creep over here. So if something like this happens, so he's still trying to play this. Oh, if my bishop was here, it would be such a better move. We need to keep this big clump of pawns in the middle of the board because he has the bishop pair. So we're going to attempt to double these rooks. That was the game plan all along. We're going to go here. We're threatening this now. That's just that's a real threat. You got to play this, I believe. But then we're threatening this. As well as this. Yeah, you play this. I don't think it's going to be great. Okay, so fairly certain we just attack the queen here. We're playing it. We're playing it. I'm fairly certain that this is just a fork. If the queen goes back here, we win the queen. Your queen has to vacate the area, and then I just grab this, and I'm threatening so much stuff at that point. I'm bringing the other rook. Forget about anything else. Okay. So we will be grabbing this bishop. Pawn break doesn't work. I just take with the rook. You can attack, but I am going to double. Oh, bro, this is getting nasty for you. This is getting nasty. That hangs, then this hangs. Everything hangs. Also, this is check. I'm just going to give the check first. Blocks with the bishop. Here, here, here. You have to play something like this. Okay, so maybe what I just played wasn't a terrific idea. We're going here. This is scary. Let's cover my back rank. He can get in. I can chase him out though. I don't know, like this pawn is still hanging. This dude is scaring me. I got 9 seconds. We trade that. Challenge with the queen. You really want a queen trade, buddy? I'm big scared. Where are you going? You can hide, but ugh. Force the queen trades. Now we're in an endgame that I'm winning. You have no way of defending this pawn either. All of my pawns are on dark squares other than these ones that are defended by the king. I'm going to have to reroute the king, but this is weak. This is weak. Yeah, you can resign. Easy dubs. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Do we hop right into another? Do we analyze? Whatever you guys want. Did I set it to subscribers only? These types of games can be kind of fun. I guess really I just got this fork. One thing that will help you is the second you make an advancement like this, just start thinking about the squares that you can go to on the enemy side of the board. Just like, it's a good thing to do, specifically with the knights. I mean, with all of the pieces, but like now I've got a piece on the enemy side of the board. You just start thinking like, what are my next prospects' enemy squares? What are my squares on the enemy side that I'm looking at? And I saw this. I know it's defended, but if that changes in the future, then this is a juicy square. So that's why I was able to find this later. I didn't even have to think about it for too long. I was just like, okay, I saw this earlier. We had already identified that this is a juicy square. Let's go to the juicy square and win. Then I just traded everything off. I guess it got a little bit hectic when his queen got in here. I didn't love this. Didn't love this. Because, like, if I ever leave the back rank, like, I'm kind of getting melted over here. Also, this pawn was being attacked. So I kind of just wanted the queen out. And, unfortunately, we forced this trade, and it's a wrap. Good game. Is my stream glitching? Can somebody tell me? Chess is so much fun. I love chess. I love winning chess. One of my friends just asked me if he knows what Opzelura cream is. I actually have no idea what that is. But yeah, I'm down for Friday. That's my sending text voice. That's my voice to text. Let's create a game, dude. I kind of want to play Chess 960 again. But not a 10-minute game. We'll do another 3+2. 3+2 is probably the greatest time control there is. That's a strong player right there. 2050. Come on, boys. 13 subscribers. Don't be shy. Help a small YouTube channel out. If you're watching, help me out. I'm a small YouTube channel. I want to have 10,000 subscribers someday. All right, do we wait for the 960 or do we play a regular game against one of these guys? I wish I could change the chat because only subscribers can chat, so that's why nobody's commenting. I know, because I don't have a lot of subscribers watching. But I can't change that like midstream. I didn't really think about it. I just kind of started. Oh, I didn't have protein after the gym. I was supposed to have protein. Okay, quick analysis of the position. Castling this way is going to take like 12 different moves. So let's just copy him immediately. Don't even got to think about it. I would like to castle opposite, but I just don't know if it's going to happen. But as long as nobody blunders out of the opening, chess 960 can actually be quite fun. But we're going to copy him for a little bit. Can't capture back because my queen is hanging, so we have to capture like this. I guess I want my knight to go here. The rooks suck. I'm actually not sure like what's the best setup here to go for. Duh, it's chess 960. Like, I don't really know what to do with my pieces. One thing that I'm noticing that will probably really never happen is this diagonal. Like, getting a bishop here. See how I noticed it for... I noticed this for me. What about this for me? So that makes me think that covering this diagonal is going to be useful because my rook is trapped as of right now. My rook can't move, same as his rook. So if you get a bishop here, there's no way to block other than this dude. The queen, it doesn't work. We're going to get involved with this guy. And I'm up 30 seconds on the clock. I hope this guy knows how to play fast chess. Okay. Guess we're going to eye this square. He's going to be able to get in here with the knight, which I don't love. Slow, but improving my position. We jump in, attack the bishop. Guess he's got back in the corner. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. He can come in and get my bishop, but I don't care. Don't care. Castled. That was kind of scary to play that. Okay, so he got my bishop, but like I said, I don't really care. Okay, so he's attacking my queen. I'm going to be able to kick him out. So we're going to have to decide what to do with the queen. I suppose we step back here guarding this square. If I let go of this square, like I said, the rook can't move. So that's a problem. But we're going to have to kick this guy out. 100%. This knight is happy, but he's still ready to kick me out. I don't have any cool forks because this is defended. Decent move. Take, step over. I don't like it. If I step up with the queen, I have no moves that are great for my knight. I'm playing this. It's so risky. But I am attacking this. You can grab my knight. I take. This is the danger square. He's kind of cooking me. You think so? I would argue that it's completely equal. Okay, buddy. You are going to have to let me take this. Then you take back. I'm stuck in this very uncomfortable pin. Okay, I actually think that's decent. We're going to have to figure out how to evacuate my knight. But right now what I'm going to do is simplify the position, trading my pieces for the queen. Yep, that's the game plan. We're getting rid of his queen for my rook and knight. I don't know if that's a genius idea. He can still castle and get this rook in the game. Oh. Okay, we're trading. Okay, so we want to win this pawn. The only way to do that is with the bishop. So we're gonna reroute like this. We'll challenge. I'm playing a little bit quickly here. But this bishop is way scarier than my bishop, so I'm going to try and figure out how to win this pawn. And this knight is a god, by the way. We could even, like, defend and jump in somehow. But you don't want to trade the rooks. You trade the rooks, I win. I win, guaranteed. I'll show you guys how to mop this up. What are you going to do? Give me a check? We're going to We got a check. Real quick, and we step over. This is now defended. I think we're gonna have to kick this dude out. Here. I'm gonna set this up first. We gotta get this. Is very dangerous. So what we're going to do is attack the queen. You're going to have to let go of this pawn because you have no squares to hang on to the pawn. And once I get this, we're chilling. Yeah, he's tripping, dude. I was not getting cooked ever. There was never a moment that I was getting cooked. Now, what would be a smart move is this. That was not a smart move. This would have been a smart move because capture, 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 check. So he did not play that. So we will force this trade, and he has no check because it's defended. If he was here right now, he would have this check. And then I step up. Actually, check. I step up. You can give me this check, but I block. So now I think it's a little bit too late, buddy. So what we're going to do, threaten the queen trade. Also, we are threatening this. So, or you just let me trade. And now I'm going to win this. Absolutely guaranteed. I got 29 seconds. What is the easiest way to win this? He wants a draw. We're not giving him a draw. My knight is there to stay. So good luck getting in here and defending this pawn. I can just probably bring my king. All right, let's do this. I'm bringing the king. You're going to have to figure out how to make me not bring the king. We're going to freeze this entire side of the board. I should probably start using my knight. So he's going to have to play a move here. Check. If he comes forward, we're going to do a little shuffle here. We're going to do a little shuffle. How do I win these pawns? We don't want him coming in. I don't think that'll happen. He's got 9 seconds. Let's give him some time. He looks like he's struggling a little bit. Queen A1 was mate in 2. I had mate in 2? Probably. Probably. I do that a lot. I just look for a line that's winning. I gave him time and he resigned. Please subscribe. Something that I do is I find a line, and if it is sufficiently winning, I go for it. I don't care if there's mate in 5. If I see a way to like win the queen and be +9, I play it every time. I don't need to look any further for better moves. So I do that a lot. That's what happens when you have low time. And in my experience, like I'm totally cool with playing the second or third best move, however many moves in a row. instead of the best move, as long as I know I'm gonna win. So I am curious about this rook move. That's kind of the moment that I am most interested about. Yeah, white is cooked here. Well, duh, he was cooked after all of this. Instead of getting complicated, I attack the knight. If you're below 2,000, the way you play this game is you step back. If you're 2,000 plus, try and get fancy with fancy moves. But in a 3-minute game, if you're not 2,000, just keep it simple. That's what I do. I feel like the strat is to get up a piece and then trade everything. Can I checkmate into where he was talking about? Let's check. What was he saying? Queen A2. Queen A1 was mate in 2. Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. But like I said, I know that if we trade the queens, I'm winning. And so this move right here, like, watch the evaluation. Nah, I'm still +5. Good enough for me. Good enough for me. So I'm looking at this position for 7 seconds. And this is the move I saw. Threatening this. Threatening the queen trade. You have to step back. I'm gonna make advancements. And so after I see this move, I don't look for any other move. I just play it. I know that it's good enough. Now, it would suck if I was losing. It would suck if I was losing in this position. Like, say he had, like, I don't know, a rook here and a bishop and knight over here or something, and I needed to play queen A2. That's when it sucks. And Matthew Ping, hello. How are you doing? I'm streaming for another 26 minutes. 26 minutes. I got to eat a chicken sandwich. I got a chicken sandwich with my name on it. And boys, I've been to the gym. We're coming up on like maybe a new record. Let's see. Where's my saved messages? Okay, so for this month, I've been every single day this month. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 days, duh. It's the 12th. That would have been an easier way of doing that. But before that, I went to the gym 14 plus 6, 20. So 32 days in a row. I've been to the gym 32 days in a row. That's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Matthew Ping, what I've been doing is a little bit of chess 360. Been having a good time playing a little chess 360. A fish sandwich and a second one. This is actually my third chicken sandwich of today. At my job, I don't know if you guys know this. At my job, there's like a private chef that cooks the food. And on Thursdays, he doesn't cook, so we order food, and we always get Chick-fil-A. Which is crazy. And my job before this, they gave us $20 a day every single day for food. You could spend it however you wanted, every single day. That's like $600 a month just for food. And $300 a month for the gym. I'm telling you, if you guys are young, get into finance. You gotta get into finance or engineering. Those are the jobs that are gonna give you free tacos. Okay. You abort? Bro, you know the common respectable thing to do for a chess 960 game is use the entire 30 seconds of allotted time to analyze the position and consider your first move. You guys know that. Real chess players know that. You play a game of chess 960, you look at the board for a little bit. You say, oh, that's where my pieces are. That's not where they normally are. Maybe this is my game plan. And he didn't want to wait. He didn't want to wait. Hi, I love chess. I love chess too, dude. And I love you. I need 12 subscribers. Matthew Ping. Do something. Tell these guys they need to subscribe. Okay. So I'm looking at the position. I'm noticing that this pawn, e4, is defended by a rook. So we're just going to do it, and I'm noticing that we're going to castle this way. Then I'm noticing I want to get my bishop active. Probably. And, okay, we're going to just capture. I recommend HVAC. Yeah, that's going to make a lot of money too. 100%. And service industry. I mean, I guess anything really works if you just do it right, you know? And you know what? That's probably more fun. Finance work's not incredibly fun nor rewarding. I'm a massage therapist as well, and my massage job is fun and somewhat rewarding. You have a lot of good days. It's very rare that you have a bad day. So we just got to bring this knight. We're kind of the same game plan as our opponent here. I could castle here. That'd probably make the most amount of sense, and I can bring my rooks. He's going to do the same. He's going to bring his knight here. I'm going to bring my knight here. We're just going to have a good little game of chess here. Now what to do with our kind of stupid bishops. I do like that it's like wherever my dark square bishop is, your light square bishop, and your dark square bishop, my light square bishop. Kind of... Is that how it normally is? That's how it normally is. I thought it was something special. Okay, I don't know what to do. We're going to just step forward with the bishop. And then we're going to push this pawn forward. We're going to push this pawn forward, and we're going to claim that my bishop is better than his. This is coming, but we're going to take. Are we? Okay, we're not going to calculate that. I think we just need to take here. Then take here. Then you bring the rook. But then you're... Ooh, you want to get spicy with me now, do you? Okay. Danger diagonal. Fisher random hurts my brain. Yeah, it is a little bit tricky. It is for sure a little bit tricky. But I do enjoy... Boom. I like that move. That was a good castle. That really takes the excitement out of playing this pawn break now, doesn't it, buddy? So we're going to have to step over with my king. He's going to have to step up with his king. If there is a sacrifice, I don't believe in it. Sacrifice take. There's no check. I'm also ready to play something like this. Step up. Okay, so we got to kick this guy out. Don't love the prospect of putting all my pawns on these dark squares. Now I've got two that are kind of committed to the dark squares. We got to do something with this bishop. We're going to step back. I like having reign over this. Do we kick the knight out? Let's just put a pawn on light squares. Potentially that's a decent idea. Okie dokie. This is kind of a scary square. That's so true, dude. I love my subscribers the most. That works. This is covered. There's no fork. I don't know what am I saying. If I get here, I'm just attacking the queen. There's no fork. Nothing good. Nothing spicy. But we're kind of arguing about this square. Maybe a pawn push would make sense here. But then he's got a lot of pawns on dark squares. Okay, so that move makes a lot of sense. We're going to just step back. I didn't see anything else to do. This pawn appears to be somewhat weak. Do I like the idea of capture, step up? You can just defend. And we traded that for no reason. If I step up, if you push, take. I can always just take. I want to double. Okay, we're going to do it. We are going to do it. My stuff is defended. This knight is annoying. But my knight is well placed. Your knight is well placed. My knight's like decently placed as well. The pawn break is what we're afraid of. I suppose we're also afraid of some sort of position like this, where he gets in. Don't love that. But he's got the pawn breaks. I'm gonna have to do something here. Doubling the rooks seems like that's something. Ooh, we win a pawn. I'm committed. He's got discoveries. Yes, he does. But I have checks where you could play this, and that's actually quite scary. We're up a pawn, though. Not to mention, we have incredible amounts of pressure on this pawn. Okay. Like I said, there was discoveries. I think this would have been the better discovery because you could have played this with tempo. We're playing this to grab the pawn. I got to keep note of this. For sure playing e3, rook e6 was the correct move because then after this check, he can slide over with tempo on my queen. I step back, you trade, I step up. This pawn is weak. That's what I would have done. Okay, so he steps over. He's still going to go for that plan, but I can capture, no? Say he steps over. I hit you with this check. I got a lot of checks here. Okay, we're playing this. You play here. I'm hitting you with this check. 17 seconds against 30. I'm thinking this is how we trade the queens. He has to step back. Also, this rook is kind of like, what is your rook? That's terrifying. Luckily, I have a resource. I'm up 2 pawns. Trading the queens is going to be a great idea. Let's not lose on time. Step back with the knight. Challenge the diagonal like so. You can get in. Oh my god, he trades the queens. Are you kidding me? Never in a million years did you want to trade the queens there. We're stepping up. You got checks. Light square. Check. You're going to get your king out of the center of the board. How about that, buddy? Now none of these checks are as scary. Get the hell out of here, bro. I'm moving forward, dog. He's got this, but that shuts it down. I don't think that's a good move. Step over. We still got a game of chess to play. He's got the bishop, which is quite annoying. But I think I'm going to make a couple random knight moves. Terrific. He's also got attacks here. Okay. Now I'm only up a pawn. Now it's just more of a draw. Not sure if that was a good move. We're going to play it. Damn it, he's got this. This guy is also weak. We have... Oh, he's got this. God damn it. Giving this check, I couldn't figure out if that's what I was supposed to do or not. Stepping forward, we've got this, but I can take it. I'm coming in for these pawns, actually. Now I'm just, like, super active with my king. You can go for this. But I push forward. We win. That got hectic, boys. Does he know not to grab this pawn or I get a queen? We're going to take that. That's a 1200, bro. I'm not that good at chess. I am not that good at chess. Fly through this incredibly quickly. Please subscribe. I need 12 more, dude. I've gotten no subscribers. I started this thing needing 13. Ugh, live streaming is slow. Slow progress. Do I know how to checkmate with a knight and king? No. You lose on time. No, I didn't. I could have trapped the bishop. Probably. You're about 1600. Hell yeah, dude. That was a good win, though. That was a good win. We're going to look at it real quick. Look at this real quick. All this stuff doesn't matter because we don't know what we're doing. Equal position. There was sacrifice ideas. And I'm slightly losing. Oh, duh. That's not that hard to see. Okay, he can sacrifice because if I play this, you just not sacrifice, but trade the rooks that way. Okay. Tactics. There's always tactics, boys. Always look for sacrifices. I didn't look for it. I got lucky. Okay, so everything's just moving around. Here is where the game changed. I was like, look, this blocked the defense of the knight. That pawn has to recapture, and I'm going to win it. So all of that happens. I hope. I don't want to play this too. How can you live? Engage in the chat to get subscribers. W is the pattern for knight and bishop mate. Yes, it is, Matthew Ping. If you remember our game together and I wasn't able to do it, that's what happens. I've never had to do it in a real game. And to be fair, with that game with you wasn't a real game because I had like a crazy winning position and I was being nice is why I ended up in the situation of the bishop and knight. So I've actually never been in the situation where that has happened. And I have played thousands of games of chess. Not once have I ever been in the situation where I need to know how to checkmate with a bishop and knight. Not once. Ugh. That was fun. I got 9 minutes, boys. Okay, we grab the pawn. We step in. Checks. Like I said here, almost certainly this is the best move. Because then after check, you can block. I'm still winning. I can play something like this. But at least you are like attacking. You activated the rook. Look what happened in the game. Now look, what's the rook doing? What is the rook doing there? Absolutely nothing. The rook is way better on this square, like, for sure. We trade. I'm supposed to take with... Taking with the other pieces is better. Giving this check and then taking is also better. I like taking like this because I almost blundered my rook in the back rank. So I really got lucky. Yeah, dude, we can absolutely play one game. Send me a challenge. Casual challenge. We'll do a 5+1. That is a strong move. This trades the queens, though. And then we get into this really fun endgame. It would be fun to play just against people. I used to do this with one of my other subscribers, and it was actually really beneficial. We would set up custom positions and play each other. And they can be fun and difficult. Like, you can have a position where it's just like, you both have bishops, one side has a queen versus 2 rooks. And then you, like, make the pawn structure really, like, opposite as well. Like, it's like a 3-on-1 against, like, a whatever on the other side. It would be fun to just set this type of position up, like just bishop versus knight endgame. Maybe give him, like, an extra pawn here. So that way you have a 4-on-3 and I have a 4-on-2. Maybe give you another pawn somewhere else. If you give him too many pawns, they're just going to turn into a draw. So you got to have one side slightly winning. That's the idea. What's my username? Kip314 on YouTube. Can I copy it from here? I can't copy it from here, boys. I'm sorry. What about from here? copy clean link. I'm wondering what this is going to do. Control Shift V. I pasted a clean link. I'm not really sure. What does this Control V do? Same thing. What about copy link address? Control Shift V. Control V. They're all the flippin' same. Okay. +3 situation. I start making advancements forward. We're moving pawns. Everything's moving forward. We bring the knight. Unfortunately, here I needed to give a check and block. This throws it back to I'm winning, but not by that much. This was the moment where I was like, oh shit, I have 8 seconds. I didn't really think about that the king and the bishop were attacking this pawn. I just thought it was chilling. Should have blocked with the knight. I did not. Luckily, I'm still winning because I am up a pawn. And we're doing all right. We have to step back. And then I'm just dominating him, to be honest, in this endgame. Like, I was just able to put my knight and my king in the middle of the board. Like, look at all these moves to go. Look at all these moves to go. Bishop and king in the middle of the board. Not anymore, buddy. Not anymore. I'm taking the spaces. And now I got my king and my knight in the middle of the board. Let's go. That's how you turn it around. This would have been a very strong move. What you doing over there? That would have just been a strong move. I like stepping in because I'm just immediately like attacking stuff. And then right here, like I don't know what else he was supposed to do, but it wasn't this. It wasn't this. Because then you just lose everything. Alright, so I have 6 minutes. I have 6 minutes, and I gotta get off. 10 more subscribers, dude. Please. Can 10 of you just do it right now? Please. Please, please, please. There's 74 of you watching. I was really hoping to do it tonight. I was hoping to do it last stream. I'll put on the pre-recorded stuff, and I'll get it tonight. Matthew Ping, I got some bad news. Running those pre-recorded streams, it doesn't work anymore. I don't know what happened. YouTube, like, flagged me or something. So if I run the pre-recorded stream, it, thank you for whoever just subscribed. Okay, I officially have 4 minutes. So we're going to just have to play a game. A guy wanted to play, but we're not going to wait around for that. We're going to get one more banger game for you guys. I've won every game that I've played, I think. We're going to do a 2+1. Sketchy. Difficult to join from mobile, bro. If you send it within the next minute, my name is Kip314_on_YouTube. If you send, I'm getting off in 5 minutes, regardless, unless the game starts. If you send the game, maybe I'll play. But I'm gonna start this game. I have an 11 o'clock bed night timer for chess. No more chess past 11 p.m. for me, which sucks because I can't stay up late and I'm gone all day. I don't get to play much chess anymore, boys. You're on mobile. That's fine. You can send the request. You guys can all send a request. But please, 8 of you subscribe. Can please, 8 of you? I want to take a video. Once it gets to like 99, I'm going to take a video so I can see the moment that I reached 5,000. Come on, boys. Other people are subscribed to so much worse other chess channels, dude. I'm here hanging out with the boys. However, I am the lowest rated chess player out of all the... Somebody subscribed. Dude, we're 7 away. We're 7 away. I don't see any challenges or requests or anything, boys. I'm also just in the lobby. I know I can't go to bed when I'm this close. I can, actually. I can just put on the pre-recorded stream and it will do it by itself. I don't even have to be here. I would like to get the video, though. I didn't even realize we're playing shuffled pieces chess. We attack that pawn immediately. Very astute opponent. We're going to open up this bishop. He's going to open up his bishop for sure. Ooh, okay. I'm thinking I actually want my knight over here. We got to launch this pawn. What am I doing? This was the move that probably needed to be played. That kind of blocks in this bishop, but we're getting this guy developed. It's a good square for his knight. We're going to get this guy developed. I don't know what I want to do. This is not what we want, right? Take, 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 take. I'm going to follow his leading castle and step over. I might just step up. He's going for the bishop. I don't know if I care. We have to defend this pawn, so we're going to defend like this. I'm cool with having a little pawn cluster in front of my king, actually. Unfortunately, his bishop is better than mine. Ugh. Putting the pawns on dark squares. I'm playing slower and he's playing better. But once we get lower on the clock, he'll get scared. I like that this is blocking the knight, by the way. Important to note. Okay. I think we're going to try and slide over here. Would love to get my knights into the action, specifically this one. We're going like this to get my knight to the middle of the board. This move would stop that. I don't know if he'll see it. He did see it. Oh shit, this is a good chess player. Oh shit. That was the signal of a good chess player. I don't know how else to explain it. Alright, so we're going to have to step back. Don't have much of a choice. If he pushes, capture... Capture, capture, capture. Rook gets in. I get to open file. You're attacking this, though. What about capture, capture, push? Push? What about bring the bishop first? I don't have a lot of time. Okay, we're doing this. I'm hiding my bishop behind his pawn is the idea. Okay, he traps me in. This dude is cooking me. I'm getting cooked, boys. There's no way around it. That's the timer. The stream ends after this. Please, 7 people subscribe. 7 people. That's all I need. 25 seconds. I'm so lost. For sure we trade that. Duh. We trade that. Just going to push a pawn. Don't know what else to do. I step back. This knight's coming here. New idea. Boom, boom. Stopping that would be this move. And which he might play. Okay, I don't know what that accomplished, so we're going to stick with my game plan of getting my knight in. We also have this. I think after a couple trades just happened, my position doesn't suck nearly as bad as it did. We're going to take this pawn. And now we're up a pawn. You can't kick me out immediately because I can take. There's this. I'm going to step over with the king just to be off this diagonal. He's got the only diagonal piece. I'm going to launch this pawn forward. Then we're going to play like this. And actually, I might step up now that I pushed the pawn. Got it. Oh, it was already blocked by the other rook. So unfortunate, buddy. so unfortunate. We're going to go for this pawn. Let's just push this. Let's just take that. Sorry, buddy. I played too much bullet. There's no chance. You got 27 seconds. One more? Oh! Oh! I could just have the recording. I'll just go back and record. But I'm going to record it on my phone too. Let's go, boys. One more. Who's going to be number 5,000? You can remember it forever. Time's up. Claim victory. He was winning that entire game, by the way, boys. I was in a lot of trouble. I was a good chess player. 1,200, 1,400, 1,100. Again. I played the same dude twice. That dude's underrated. He's a good chess player. Like, I beat these lower rated people, but hardly. Like, hardly. This was not a clean game. Alright, I want to focus on this. Come on. One more person. I got 208 people watching. One of you. 5 of you. Let's go. 6 of you. You guys are absolutely the best. I was able to make the goal. You were 5K. Dexter, I'm so incredibly grateful for each and every one of you. Wow. I can't believe that you guys all did that. That was awesome. We'll go through the game incredibly quickly. Boom. Save this little video for myself in my YouTube journey, boys. Okay, let's go to the beginning. I was getting cooked. Somebody unsubscribed. Thank you guys so much. Every one of you. Okay. So all this doesn't matter. I lost the bishop. We got the bishop pair. You feel cool. This is a good move because I can reroute to the middle. This is where I want the bishop. So I had a tempo to do it. Okay. Say cooked. Cooked. Did I say it too many times? Is that why you're saying that? It's probably true. Somebody said it in the chat earlier and I read it and now that word's just like stuck in my head. 2 people unsubscribed. You guys are terrible. But alright. White is plus 2.5 in this position. I knew immediately that this bishop was a liability. So the second we traded, I felt good. I was like, dude, your bishop was safe and my bishop, like, what was he even doing over here? There was probably going to be a way to win it with the knight. You can't attack it with anything else, but if he got the knight here, which would have been worth the investment. So he really could have gone for like boom, 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 boom. That's a lot of moves, but this is probably going to stay there. Okay. Jumping around, we get a pawn. Now it's equal. Okay. And I hung the pawn. Also, this pawn is hanging. Instead of seeing that, what I saw was the bishop getting back here to win this pawn, and I got scared. I was like, if I lose this pawn, these guys die, and this is a pass pawn. So I got really scared. I forgot that this rook was also blocking. So, okay. It's crazy. Now, like, 3 people unsubscribed, but you guys did it to make me get to the 5,000. So I'm happy that people subscribed and then unsubscribed. I'm totally cool with it. No complaints by me. No complaints by me. What the heck, dude? 25 bucks, bro. You're crazy. You're crazy. Matthew Ping, you are like 90% of the YouTube revenue. I'll share with you. First of all, thank you immensely. But I'm taking a picture of that too. Pretty cool, dude. Matthew Ping, I love you. You are the best. You ever want anything from me? You're my man. You're my man. Whatever you want. All I was going to show you guys my revenue, my YouTube revenue. And I'm 7 minutes late for bed. So let's check. My estimated revenue over the past 7 days is $8. It's like $1 a day. I guess that's not terrible. But some of these days, 43 cents, 60 cents, 88 cents, $1.60, 38 cents. And then for some reason, there was a day that got $5. I don't know how where the $5 came from, but I think you need a lot of subscribers and a lot of viewers to make any serious amount of money on YouTube. One short that gets 1 million views makes $100. And it's hard to get a short with 1 million views. And that makes $100. Just so you guys know. It depends what your RPM is and what niche you're in, and of course, but it's gonna be around like 70 to 120. Or 80 to 120, I guess. Yeah, so I was completely lost. Then I was doing alright. Went from draw, and you know what? With 5 seconds on the clock, I snapped that rook up. No forgiveness. Alright. So I haven't done one of these pre-recorded things in a while, but I'm gonna put it on. Should I? Dun, dun, dun. Way that I win most of my games. Let's play this. I just don't want his knight coming forward. I don't want to deal with any of that. Don't want to deal with any of it. He's playing quick, so I'm going to play quick as well. Trade off the bishop. Push a pawn. Potentially we trade these bishops. Pretty sure I can step up this way and we're going to be fine. This is about the moment that it's getting a little bit more complicated. That opening, we just flew through it. Sometimes when you get to like a higher level in chess, you just fly through the opening and play the first 10 moves without even thinking, and it's an equal position no matter what you do. So I'm going to take like this. And then we'll just trade back. And I got a castle. Then this rook's coming to match this file. Probably he can double up, and we'll just go into an endgame. Really, that is the best way for me to win. Just trade everything equal, get into an endgame, and then hopefully I'm able to make something happen. Okay. This is being attacked. So I can step forward. For sure we just trade, but then he gets the tempo on my pawn. I have to defend, and then he gets to double first where he's going to be getting in, and I'm just defending everything. I don't love that. I can step forward, but then he forks me. So I can step forward like this, but then he forks me this way. Then I step forward, take, and then he gets behind my pawn. So we're also not going to be doing that. So Stepping back with the queen actually might be the best move here. But then he's going to get behind this pawn. Maybe I can get here or here or here. I think stepping back is probably going to be the best thing. Or attack and defend at the same time. That's the correct move. Attack and defend at the same time. For sure. That is the correct move. 100%. I'm glad I spent a little bit of time thinking about that. That was definitely a pivotal situation. If I stepped back, that was weak. If I stepped forward, he captures, and he's just going to be the one applying pressure. Because, like, say, boom, boom, boom. He gets in with the rook. I'm forced to defend. Okay, so now he wants to play this. But I think we're going to just... First, let's attack here. He's going to bring his rook, but then I step over. Don't love to see that. We are going to challenge this. He's going to bring the other rook. So this gives him a 3-on-2. Where he's going to be able to just like boom, boom, and defend whatever the last pawn is. And I'm going to have to bring my king to take it. So I don't love that. What about this? If you capture here, you attack, I block. Probably he plays this. I play this. Okay, so this move is my new candidate move. Where if he doesn't capture, I can double. So boom, boom. For one, I could just capture with the pawn. Okay, so I think this is the move that needs to be played. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to capture with the queen or the pawn. But now I'm down a minute on the clock. I really just don't want to lose this game, boys. I've just been losing. Okay. I can step back. He doubles. I take. He takes with this rook. I step over here, tempo on the pawn. No, he'll take back with this pawn. There'll be no tempo on the pawn because he'll make a 3-on-2. Damn, dude. I might just have to allow it. Like, what about capture? You capture. What if I just step all the way in? Let's do it. This was his weak. That was probably a bad idea right there, but it might make this a little bit more simple. That hangs my rook. He's attacking my rook. Okay, so I only move where I'm still defending the rook. And now we just play a 3-on-2 endgame with queens and rooks. Get active with the rook. We're attacking a pawn at least. We got to crack these guys up. We need to turn this into some sort of structure where I'm able to attack the weakness. Do I jump forward and allow this? Boom. He can always just slide over, actually. Does this work? I'm pretty sure he just steps forward. Do I slide this way then? This will never work. What about stepping forward? Say you attack my rook. I slide back. You capture. Still, then it's just a 2-on-1. I don't love that either. What about pushing to push? This might be the move. Where if you capture, then I'm splitting your pawns up. I think we go for this. If you step forward, I take. If you defend, I still take and split the pawns. If you attack the rook, I think I just step back still, and you still have kind of the same situation. That's not terrific for you, other than capture, and you're attacking this pawn at the very end. No, you're not. I can block the diagonal with the rook. Okay. I think we're cooking something up here, boys. Still completely equal, but if I'm able to disrupt this pawn chain, I'm going to feel so much better about the position. I didn't really think about that. Surely we just have to play this. The sacrifice just doesn't work. Had to check that real quick. Now if I capture, he takes with the queen. Surely we play this. If I push, he takes with the queen. I take this. That doesn't work. What am I even thinking about here? If he gears up on this guy, it's not super fun. If I ever step here, I'm in a weird situation where I get discovery checked. Okay, we don't love that. Kind of like in this move. Just touching a little bit of everything. So he wants to creep forward. I don't believe that. I don't believe you at all. Not for a second. Oh, he wants this. Say I take, you take, check. We have this check. I'm not sure if that does anything. Where does he go then? Probably steps over if I hit him with this check. This check might be it. You can just block like this. But then I take. We can't be trading the queens. Okay, I'm going to start bringing my king. I'm literally going to bring my king all the way over here. He can threaten my pawn and to trade to queens. No, if he ever plays this, I grab. Defending the queen. You grab the pawn, but I hit you with check. Step over, I hit you with another check. You step up, and I get a draw at the very least. He can throw this in kind of whenever he likes, but I might just step up. And I still have check. I'm doing my best, boys. Alright, I've got multiple checks now. This one seems more correct, but you block, but I hit you with this check. Probably there's a lot of options. I have this check. Say he blocks. I take this pawn. Ooh. You're kind of forced. And if he's not careful, if I get this check... I didn't see that coming at all. Do we just add a attacker to it? It's pinned, right? If you take this with check, I get this. So we go here. Say you attack my queen, I just take the rook. I think this move right here locks it in, right? He can't take. He moves the king, I just take. Check, take. This diagonal. I think that's it, boys. Unless I am just looking at the board wrong. This is probably safer. This, is there anything else? It's super scary, that's for sure. But we'll take with the rook threatening the discovery. So we'll take with the rook threatening the queen and the discovery. And then we're just doing fantastic. And he can't step closer. It just so happens that we're cutting off. Like, if he could defend with the king, then this is... I'm still losing. I still got to clean this up, boys. And these people are no joke. I think we just take. Defended, attacking the queen. We're also threatening this. We're also touching this. Let's just step closer. No! There was this, but I don't think it does anything. Check. Step over. Check. I step up. Oh my god, there's this, dude. But I block. Okay, never mind. Check. Take here. He goes here. Oh my god, and it's a miracle, but I'm not winning. Boom, boom, boom. You capture. Here, here. I take with the rook. You capture here. I get behind it. You push. And then I'm just not stopping you. I go here, you go here, I go here, you go here. Okay, so I got to go somewhere with this guy. I'm not really sure where to go. I feel like this is scary. Gotta cover these squares from this queen. Capture. Capture. All right, I capture back. He's still got this stupid passed pawn that I gotta get, dude. Either trade the queens or get the passed pawn. I'm gonna give a check. Here. He hits me with this check, but I just block. Like I said, this stupid passed pawn is so annoying. If you hit me with this check, I take here and I get behind it. You can hit me with so many checks, but I think ultimately I'm going to be able to hide somewhere. Fuck, dude. I hung the rook. Dude. God damn it. God damn it. Ugh. Chess, dude. I hang the rook. What was I thinking? Like, dude, the rook is hanging. This was the whole idea. I'm cooked. I'm cooked. No possible way I draw this. I need to just shut up, and I wish I could. I'm gonna hang my queen in this stupid endgame. God damn it, dude. God damn it, dude. God damn it. God damn it. Hi. I don't even want to analyze it or anything, dude. Oh, hello, and welcome back, and thank you so much for clicking on my video, my fellow chess enthusiast. In today's episode, we're going to be doing what we always are doing, pushing towards the illustrious 2000 rating on chess.com. Now, what this is a raw, uncut episode of real chess. This is not YouTube highlight chess. This is not grandmasters playing in a tournament. This is some dude that is 1800 trying to become 2000, and we are going to watch the process. So there are going to be inaccuracies, mistakes, and blunders, but I hope that that makes it more relatable to you, because most likely your rating is somewhere around mine, hopefully slightly worse if you're watching this video. So without further ado, let's hop into the rigmarole. I have the black pieces facing a 1763. My current rating is 1847. Deep breath to steady the nerves, and we start off with c6, the Caro-Kann, my favorite opening with the black pieces because it is easy to play, okay? I'm not a genius, and we're just going to go for basic development here. We've put a lot of pawns on light squares, so the goal is to put basically all of our pawns on light squares with our bishop on the outside. So essentially, this is a bad bishop. So if we're given the opportunity to trade our bishop, that is a bad bishop, for their bishop, which is a regular bishop, we trade. Bada boom, bada bing. The queen comes out, and we go for this pawn push. We are cracking at the center right now. But the main reason we're going for this pawn push right here is not because the bishop is defending it. The main reason is to vacate the c6 square for the knight, because we need to get the knight into the game. This is the natural development square for this knight, this knight, this knight, this knight. Okay, maybe I'll just draw the arrows. I don't know how good or bad you are at chess, but that's a bad arrow. Bad arrow. There we go. That's where the knights belong. And so now we are actually in a game of chess, and this dude is taking a moment. So sometimes what you want to do is go ahead and just click in the pre-move. Obviously, I'm recapturing with the bishop. The reason for that is not necessarily to not waste any time, although that's good too, but it hits him with the shock factor. If he's sitting here thinking about stuff, and whatever move he plays, I play a pre-moved move, he's going to be like, what's going on, dog? How do you pre-move all, you know what I mean? One other thing to note is I am at 2,659 subscribers. It is absolutely insane. Look at this. Boom. I can't stick it over here, but you get the idea. Boom. Slide it over here again. Absolutely crazy, dude. I remember just like a year ago, I was struggling to get 1,000. Okay. You can click on any one of my videos like a while back, and you'll hear me talk about it. Be like, oh man, I can't. Is my internet bad? Refresh. Always reload the page. If it's suspicious how long your opponent is taking to play a move, refresh the page. He's still thinking about it. We are locked in, good to go. This is a good sign. I need this free elo. And maybe I'll just take a moment to let you guys know there were 2 additional games that did not make it into this series. I won, or I lost, and then I won. So technically, this is actually game number 21. It says game number 19 because it... You know what we do here? Let me think. I'm almost guaranteed that this is the move. This is the move. He captures. Our knight will be stepping in, uber defending that pawn. He spent a while thinking about that, but I still was able to play back quite quickly. This is a tiny bit of an issue right now. So let's tickle the queen. It's a good queen against mine is arguably a bad queen. And so what's going on here? What is going on here? Do we push forward? You know what? I kind of like the idea of just capturing. When he captures back, I get the bishop involved with a check. If the knight comes, cool. If the bishop comes, maybe we trade. And the reason that I'm going to take here, like I had mentioned, this is the natural development square for the knight. So if he captures with this knight, it didn't go to the natural development square for the knight. But now we're just in a game of chess where it's 2 knights versus 2 bishops. I'm going to just hop here so we're applying pressure to this guy. Maybe even stepping up with the king is what I need to do. However, that takes away a retreating square for my knight, which I do not love. One other thing. If you move a piece and you click the right, if you click the right mouse thing, like so say you're playing a move, click the right mouse. It puts the piece back down. What should I be playing here? This knight is almost certainly coming in. We cannot be allowing this. So if I step over, he's probably going to play something like this. If I castle, he's coming in, which is just a pretty basic fork of this. So I actually do need to handle this correctly. What about jumping in? He gets in. We allow it? No, I lose a pawn doing that. I don't actually know what to do here. I think maybe I step over. He steps forward. I step over. He'll probably double up, in which case I can take... If he takes with the rook, we jump over here. It's a defensive move, but I'm not able to castle, and this is the open file in the position. I want a rook on it. I don't want to castle away from it and allow his rook to my 7th rank. So those are all of the reasons that I'm stepping over with the king. I'm not certain that that is an accurate move. That may or may not be an inaccuracy. Okay, so he attacks my knight immediately. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I have this, but he just steps forward, and that's defended. So without too much thinking, I'm just going to go here. That also defends this square. He's stepping in, stepping in, stepping in. What if we attack the knight? Then he takes with check. Okay, so that doesn't work. God damn. If I step over, I step over. He steps in. I'm kind of overloaded at that point, so if I play this, if he captures... I'm kind of falling apart a little bit here. Okay, I think this is the only move. I need to play this. He gets in with the rook. I challenge him. He's also just going for my pawn. Terrific. And there's kind of like an overload tactic right here. It's a little bit unfortunate. Does this work? He steps in. What if I step over? I walk into the check. This is risky. I step over, I walk into the check. So what if I step over and he comes over? Then I play this. Then if he hits me with check, I'm really cooked. So that's not this. God damn it, dude. I need this. He grabs, I grab, he doubles. This is still the same nonsense. If I jump over, he just sacrifices. Say I step over to the rook. Then you grab here. I attack the knight. He's got this. Oh my god, dude. This is one of these situations where I'm going to have to make a move that sucks for me. But which one sucks the most? What's going to give me the most winning chances? Oh, this is what I'm talking about, bro. This is not good. If I play this, I think he just takes. I step over. What do I do? Here, sacrifice, take. Okay, what about boom, boom, here. The other rook comes in. I defend this. Like, you can take here, but I attack here. He comes back out. I attack this pawn. He steps forward like this. Maybe I go for a little pawn break. This is so unfortunate. I'm officially losing, by the way. I can almost guarantee you I am losing by a little bit. At the very least, he can grab this pawn. I think that was a... Well, I have no way to defend these guys in a useful manner. So let's just go here. Again, he can slide in. I think at that point I attack this knight. I attack the knight. He takes here. I take here. He's going to take this knight. Don't love it. What if I just step up? What if I defend here? He takes here. I attack here. He steps back. Here, 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 here. Go for this guy. Defending like that probably just shuts everything down. Sacrifice still exists. We might just play this, attack. If he goes back, I just slide back. But then there's this pawn hanging. Dude, I'm falling apart. Oh my god. No matter what I do, this position is just terrible. We attack here. I'm so cooked. Now I'm just losing this pawn for no reason. He just goes back. He just grabs here, no? I hate chess so much. I think winning this is going to be really difficult now. I'm down 2 pawns. Sorry if I'm getting a little bit just depressed, but this is going to be 10 wins and 10 losses. This is looking like a loss. It's looking like I messed this up. What did that move do? Who cares? We're grabbing this pawn. Who cares? I might step up and play this, dude. Capture, capture. My knight has a scarce amount of squares. I do have this check, where if he steps up, I have another check. What does that accomplish? I don't know. This knight is not terrible. He can just go for this, dude. He's got a 2-on-1. At the end of the day, he's got a 2-on-1, and he's up a pawn. Trading the rooks makes this much more complicated for him. This pawn is also weak. I think he's screwing up. Wait a minute. I think that transformation right there, it might be giving me hope. How are you going to defend this pawn? I step back attacking this. How do you defend that? This is your defending square. You don't have it anymore. I'm grabbing this pawn. Then we're equal. Let's go, dude. Let's go. He's still got the 2-on-1. This knight, the knight that is further back. This knight is more advanced. We're kind of just staring at each other. So I have the chance to bring my king. This capture is always going to be an option, but holy crap, I have a passed pawn. Bring in the king. This is a passed pawn. It's equal, but I actually have the passed pawn. And what on earth are you going to do? If capture, capture, here, if you take, I take, you just step over. You're blocking the pattern. That's actually kind of a problem for me. Is there any way to attack anything better? Let's go for it. Here, if you capture, I step in with the king. Then it just turns into this. So I don't actually want to do that. Let me think for a second. We have check. I'm stepping in. I got 2 minutes and 23 seconds. Now it's a draw, but I have the passed pawn. My king is more active. He has the potential to maybe make a passed pawn over here. There's tactics where, like, if he gets his, if he pushes, okay, let's just play quicker. I can attack this. I'm gonna get this check. I can play here, but he's hitting me with a check. I step up. Going for this. You hit me with a check, I step up, and I touch a little bit of everything. You would step over here, correct? But I grab here. Oh yeah, that was a terrific move. That was a terrific move. He can get in. That is not fun. He can play something like this. For sure, we're going for this and trying to apply pressure to this pawn. This is still a pass pawn, 1 minute and 43 seconds. My king is on the side of the board, but just about as active as I can. We hit him with the check. He steps back. Here, take, pass pawn is scary. We're going for it. You take. If he steps, he has to go for the pawn, and then I win both of these, and then I have an outside pass pawn. Ooh, understanding king pawn endgames, I think, is important. If he doesn't do that, I'm going for this. If he doesn't trade, I'm going for that. Where you're losing something over there, and you don't want to lose none of those pawns. It's already a 4-on-3 on that side of the board. You're not doing too well with your 2-on-1 on this side of the board because the kings are on this side of the board, so it's harder for him to push these pieces. Oh my god, this is a big moment. Big moment. Don't let me screw this up. Get the pre-move. We need that shock factor, baby. Let's go. I don't want to celebrate too soon. You gotta go for it. Here. I'm just making a pass pawn over here. He can't shield me out, can he? We step back. No, dude, did I... Oh my god. I'm teary-eyed, boys. I'm teary-eyed. I know that I was winning. I know that I was winning. And we resign. And we resign. And we didn't lose. We are going to learn. So we're going to bring this over to the analysis board and just like, ugh. I'm going to pause the recording and scream for a second. And here we are in the analysis, and oh boy, was that game incredibly difficult and not super fun to play. Even the moments where I felt where I made all those faces and was like, it was just a draw, bro. I was never winning. There was never a moment in this entire game that I was even doing somewhat okay, other than right here, a 1.3, okay? A 1.3. Now, our opponent made 2 blunders that threw it back to a draw. Personally, I need to just vent to you guys here. Every game that I play against somebody on chess.com, if they beat me in a game like that, like any game, pretty much any game, unless it feels superhuman, unless it feels super like a human is actually playing, not superhuman. Sometimes it feels like some of the moves are superhuman, and I'm going to keep this analysis under 5 minutes, okay? So basically, I always think my opponents are cheating, and I don't know what to do about it. It's like, are these people cheating or are they not? All of these moves are fine. Cool. Stuff is traded. We're getting things developed. And this is about the moment where I start making blunders, okay? I'm supposed to retreat with the knight. That is the only move that really makes sense, or stepping forward with the king. Both of those moves break opening chess principles of you don't want to just put your king in the center. You want to get your king out of the center. I know there's not a lot of pieces on the board, but this isn't a move that you really think of. Plus, it blocks the knight. So I did consider this, but I was like, no, it blocks the knight. Don't want to do that. Then going back with the knight also is hard to play because you're making a retreating, stepping back move. So you don't want to do that either. However, I guess I thought, okay, I don't want to step here because I might need to step back here with the knight. I don't know. I thought this was more of like a retreating square if I got attacked rather than a rerouting to a good square maneuver. Okay, so let's get further into this. That was quite long. Quite long. I'm not doing good here. Not doing good here. No matter what I do, it's not good. So we play some stuff and it's not good. I step over here and he goes for grabbing a pawn. I bring a knight. So grab another pawn. And he goes for this. Now, I'm super suspicious of people that I knew immediately that that was not a good move. And if this dude beat me in the game of chess, he is better at chess than me. So he knows that this is not what you want to do. Like in the game, I knew that you didn't want to trade the rooks. I felt good when he did that. So I know that he felt that too because he's better at chess than me. So the only reason that you would ever want to play a move like this is if you're cheating, play a bad move, throw it back to a draw, you're still fine. You're using the computer, even if it goes back to a draw, all you did was just lower your gameplay by like 5 or 6 or 7% or something. So that is good to play in terms of if you're cheating. So we play all this stuff, okay? Bringing the kings, inaccuracies, but it's still a draw. Every move back and forth, they were all still just a draw. I get active with my king, about as active as you can possibly get. He attacks my knight. I step back. I guess this is better. The reason I stepped here was to be able to step in like this. So he steps over. I jump in with a check. Now I am applying pressure to just a little bit of everything. I'm coming over here, and now I play my first real blunder of the game. And now being able to calculate this from an opponent's standpoint, I think is nearly impossible. You capture and give me a pass pawn and sacrifice both of these ones because you're confident that you're going to be able to push, and make a pass pawn over here fast. Dude, I think that's impossible to calculate. So he plays this. Spent 40 seconds, which means he really thought about it. He plays this move. And you're supposed to tell me, from a human standpoint, that you go into this position. No. Dude, I have a passed pawn that's 3 squares away from promoting. Your pawns are weak, and if these weak pawns, like, you just had to fully invest in this and be confident that you can make the pass pawn over here. And it starts by playing this move on the side of the board, a4 or h4. Dude, I don't believe it. White is completely winning. We play some more moves. Throws it back to a draw one more time. He threw it to a draw twice in one game. I don't know. And the reason for that is the move that I need to find is abandon this pawn and realize that this is so much stronger than I think. I need to abandon this pawn, screw that pawn. That pawn is a decoy for him to grab. I need to get my king all the way over like this to be able to save this draw, okay? I'll show you how it goes. So say he pushes. I really got to bring this king. He's going to start pushing stuff. I really got to bring this king. He comes over here. Cool. Now we go for something. If he goes for this, we have time. Actually, we're winning now because we can step over. We're going to stop this passed pawn. So, I don't know, all the way back here, dude, in this position, to capture this, I don't believe it. Don't believe it. 2 things happened. He cheated or he just got lucky with just making a random capture. But trading the rooks, that's suspicious, and then trading these knights, also suspicious. We go all the way back here, and he throws it back to a draw. Again. And I need to just completely bail on this pawn and realize that his 3-on-3 is actually way better than mine because this is my potential pass pawn and this is his potential pass pawn, and we're on like closer to my side of the board. So sorry, that was 5 minutes and 33 seconds of your time, me yapping and complaining. This push to 2,000, it's rough, man. When I play on Lee chess and I play casual games, I feel just so much better. I know that nobody's cheating. In these games, I feel like even if they didn't, it's not fun for me because I feel like they did. You know what I mean? And so when I lose, I don't take full ownership of the loss. I'm like, what are you going to do? Dude cheated. Which isn't a good way to approach chess. So, I don't know, bro. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. Do you guys feel the same? Do you feel like your opponents are always cheating? I do. I hate chess. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry for yapping, but I got to get it off my chest. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, hello and welcome back, and thank you so much for clicking on my video, my fellow chess enthusiast. In today's episode, we are going to be doing what we are always doing, pushing to get a 2,000 rating on chess.com. Today I'm rated 1822, which is actually lower than the 1834 that I started at 21 games ago. And so I have not been practicing. I have not been studying. This is going to be my first game of 2026. We'll hop right into it because I know you guys don't want to see an incredibly long intro. But what this is going to be, if this is your first time here, is a raw, uncut, real chess game. This is not going to be YouTube highlights. This is not going to be Grandmaster at a tournament. This is going to be some dude in his room that is 1822 pushing to 2,000. And so what I was doing before was playing like 5 games, taking the best game, editing it, and then posting it. And that's a little bit, it's not telling the full story. That is simply showing you my highlights. And so what this is showing the raw, uncut progression in my chess. Like, am I actually getting better? Am I not getting better? And the real question is, does 2,000 elo on Lee chess equate to anything substantial? I think we're going to develop the bishop. We don't have really any other good squares to develop the bishop, so this is just an active square. Kind of ruins my pawn structure, but we're going to same side castle, and we've got a lot of pawns in the center. Step all the way back with the bishop here. Turn the music down just a little bit. And I know that I didn't explain anything out of the opening, but long story short, all we're trying to do is just move some pieces. So if he's playing fast, I'm playing fast right back at you, buddy. And so I think my next game plan, this square is pretty weak. There's going to be all sorts of discovery ideas where I like unveil this attack over here. That hung this pawn, so that's what I see immediately. I hung the pawn and it has an attack on this. So even if he moves the knight, I'm still going to be able to hit him with this check to win the rook. So potentially the best move here is to just step over. I mean, we take, right? Say that you take. I take. I think this guy is undefended. So if I take like this and he takes back here, this guy is undefended. What if I jump in with the knight? Probably I just lose a pawn there because this guy is going to be attacked at the end of the day. So take, take, take. Say he takes my knight. I take his knight. He takes back. And I'm down a piece. So boom. Let me think about this for a second. Boom. Boom. Say he just grabs my knight. We can't be doing all of that. Can't be doing all of that. What if we ignore it and apply more pressure here? We can allow the capture, and then just step back. Let's just do that. Let's just do that. We're going to try and keep things simple. Oh my goodness, his bishop is strong along this diagonal. We're up a pawn, but it's actually not so great. If he takes with this knight, then we're just going to straight up take back. If he takes like this. Also, this guy is undefended. This guy is also undefended. Okay, so what that did, I'm still up the pawn, but if I capture back like this, he's just going to grab my knight. And god damn it, what if I... push forward? We don't necessarily want this knight to move because he's also attacking this pawn, which is not only just a pawn, it's also a fork of everything important in my position. I'm down 1 minute on the clock, but now this guy is defended. So these guys are staring at each other. If nothing happens, I might just capture. And this is a happy, happy knight. I think my position is actually quite decent here. Now that I'm looking at this. I think we capture. Not going to think about it. I am up a pawn. I think we just capture. This knight can jump in. Uh-huh. Do I have anything cool? I could slide over like this. Then he captures and we take like this. This knight coming in is definitely not going to be super fun. So what if I step forward? Capture, we take back like this. He's definitely applying pressure. We just got to figure... His knight is coming forward almost definitely. So what if I step forward? Then if his knight comes in, I might just take with the rook. Let's play this. If he pushes forward, I'm actually quite happy. That takes away... That gives me a passed pawn for the endgame. So we're kind of hoping he pushes forward. It gives me a passed pawn. Takes away this tension. I kind of just scoot somewhere with the queen. I'm not really sure where would be the best. I could even go for this crazy diagonal move where he's kind of... Okay, I like this move. What about this? We're just getting as active as possible. That's my immediate thought. We just go for it. Probably his knight tries to jump in. But I take here with the knight. There's 6 minutes. No need to panic. This feels active. Defended queen. Actively defending. I'm ready to push this pawn and have a defended pass pawn. This guy is weak, but we are really lining up pressure on this square. We have been eyeing down this square for the entirety of the game. And potentially, even if the king tries to really run essentially anywhere, I'm going to be able to have sacrificing ideas. Because I can jump to these 2 squares. And from those 2 squares, I basically attack. I guess you can go here. And I can't hit him with the knight. But we might have discoveries. We might have discoveries. And this guy is pinned. And I might just play calm, cool, and collected, solid chess. If I win this game, I get 10 elo. If I lose 8. The dude is 1864. Oh, dear Lord. Okay. I don't know if this is necessary. I don't necessarily see anything better. What about stepping back? No, that's a happy knight. Let's just play a slow move. This guy is pinned. So I think the next idea might be try and like bring this rook. Might not be a terrible idea. And I'm up a pawn. So really what I want to do here is probably try and trade these queens. He's going to have to waste some sort of move to defend this pawn. This pawn is a huge issue for him. And he can't kick me out. So he's got... I'm applying pressure. This game turned around real quick. I think that I'm doing all right here. My knight is also kind of pinned due to this pawn. This move is still not really possible. I just play this. What if you pin me? I get out of it with a check, right? You take here. I take the queen. You step up here. We just trade here. I think I'd be all right there. I'm thinking just bring the rook and double. We could be more chill and play this. What's better? I guess we can play this. Boom. We're doing this. Trying to double the rooks and just put everything in my position attacking this pawn. Unfortunately, my queen is kind of at the head of this attack, so a defense with the rook is going to kind of stop all of my ideas. Like I'll take with the knight, but then I'm walking directly into this pin, which might not be incredibly easy to get out of. Also, the queens are going to see each other. And his queen is... It's not doing nothing. Let's just put it like that. The queen is not doing nothing, but I'm putting my rook here just so I'm eyeing down this square. Okay, so he does play this. Got no good squares to get in with the knight. What if I just step back? We step back. This is hanging in the endgame. Don't see what else to do, so I'm just going to defend my weakness. I'm scared, guys. 4 minutes and 29 seconds. I'm hanging on for dear life. I'm doing my best. Doing my best, okay? And I have not been practicing. I just got back from I went to 2 parties yesterday. I've been working so much. I had family in town for the holidays. I've been going and hanging out with people and doing stuff and going to the gym. I haven't studied a single puzzle. I haven't watched any chess videos. I haven't done anything. All I've done is like play bullet and do this. Like record one video every once in a while. Say that we take. You take here. I take here. You're gonna have to take back. So this might just be an offer of a big trade. We trade. If I take here, I've got 3 things, but he's also... Okay, let's just trade. Is there a huge reason not to do this? We're going for it. Queens see each other, that's for sure. Still up a pawn. Let's do this. I'm thinking push, push. Tempo on the rook. This guy is undefended. So at some point, this little pawn push could make sense. So if I push forward and he plays here, I don't really know what that accomplished. Let's get active with the king. That defends this, and I'm off of this file. Unfortunately, I don't have these doubling up ideas. But now if any pawn push comes through in any sort of way, in the end of the day, my rook is defended. However, my king is also just defending this guy. I might push forward here. And this is a passed pawn, actually. I didn't even really think about this. I said that earlier, but let's just play cool chess. Just push this forward. This guy has a scarce amount of squares, actually, when we look at this. There's the possibility of like stepping forward and he has to step back. Ooh. I think we go for this. We'll then be able to go for a pawn push where there's a pin here. We can go for this pawn push. We can also attack here. You would have to defend like this, and that's just like an uncomfortable move. I could still then go for this pawn break where you can't push. All you can do is attack here, but then you're giving up this up with check. I think we go for this. We go for this. We're attacking this pawn. If he steps over, which he will because he wants to defend the pawn, we go for this pawn break. Didn't see that coming. I could just push. Is that kind of the same thing that I was thinking about before? If he takes the... Now he has... Oh, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. I still have this with check. If he ever pushes forward, I hit him with the check. And if I get another pawn, and then I have 2 passed pawns, by getting rid of this one, that turns this into a passed pawn. 2 minutes and 17 seconds. I actually think I'm just crushing this game. As long as I'm not stupid and don't blunder anything. I'm also threatening this. And you can't defend it. And if we take here, I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. If I play this, if I capture, he can capture here. Or if I take, you hate to do it. You absolutely hate to do it. I'm still up a pawn though. I'm blunder. I didn't think the king was going to come attack. Okay. We just trade like this. The king can get in, but I'm stepping forward. Going this way. 2 connected pass pawns. You can give a check, but I just step over. We're going to... And the infiltration squares are defended from the rook. So that's good. 1 minute and 24 seconds. I'm up a pawn, but it is a freaky pawn. His king is doing great. His king is doing terrific. Giving a check. I mean, he can just step here. Then I take. He steps over. I give a check here. Then he takes over here. Okay, we go for this. He should have stepped over, I think. He can get in, but I'll just let it fall. Like, he can play this. I can just step up. If he can get behind it, I'll take. He takes. That was stupid, but we're going for this, I guess. We are getting active in this endgame. What if this happens? My rook is solid. This guy is hanging, or like defended by the king. That's not good. As long as I don't blunder my rook, I am going to win this. I think we step forward. We're threatening this and this. Here. I think we play this. Threatening check, take, here. Where I'm just winning, making the passed pawn. We go here. Damn it. Okay, you want to be fucking stupid, bro? I'll take all your pawns with 30 seconds left. I'm wearing my Apple Watch. I'm going to tell you boys what my heart rate is. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. When I'm running full sprint on a treadmill, it goes to 177. You guys can't feel it right now. 128. Oh my god, chest is intense. I don't know. I don't have time to do the analysis right now, so you guys will see me later tonight, probably with some different clothes. I'm going to a basketball game, and let's flippin' go. Finally, we get a dub, dude.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And right now...
Oh, hello, and welcome back, and thank you so much for clicking on my video, my fellow chess enthusiasts. In today's episode, we are in game number 16 of the push to 2000. Recently, the past 4 videos have been me absolutely suffering, and so in this video, we have 2 goals. I'm either going to lose, and we're going to review it well and learn, or I'm going to win, and we don't need to review the wins that much, because who's got time for all of that? So wish me luck. We're starting here. I know the camera just lagged. Please forgive me. Our opponent is 1768. Can't even begin to pronounce our opponent's name. We have e4, e5, bishop, c4, the bishop's opening. This is my favorite opening. And what we're going to go for right here is potentially the knight sacrifice. Okay, so he doesn't want to do it. He wants to ruin my pawn structure by giving up the bishop. We are gladly going to accept that. We have a ruined pawn structure, but we have the bishop pair. So I'm immediately going to lose my bishop by way of this. So let's just step forward so I have a place to go with the bishop. Probably we still got to do something with the knight. The pin is not a thing. And I'm going to just not lose on time as well, because I've really been suffering to play quickly. We play this, just walking into a nice little pin. Bishop tucked back in the corner. This pawn is now undefended, but defended by way of a discovery. So if anything ever takes this, I can sacrifice the bishop for it. Okay, probably about time that I castle, but we're going to just break this pin. I don't want to have to deal with that. And we're gonna wiggle back this way. You really don't want to push all these pawns in front of your king. It just greatly weakens your structure. And right here, okay, so we are going to step back. He's going to chase us. We step back. He jumps in. We could take. He takes back with either one of the pawns. And it's not super good or bad for either one of us. So something that, as you get better at chess, you're going to realize throughout the opening, you can kind of just play fast and make moves. It's pretty rare in the opening at this level that you make just like a huge blunder. So we're going to just slightly improve. Slightly improve. I don't know how scared of this I am. I think that I can just take. The knight can't come in because it's defended by the queen. So boom. This rook is undefended, so I'm thinking just like take. I mean, and it also gets rid of my weakness. I could just take once. He'll take back, and then I push forward, but that blocks in my bishop. So let's calculate this one more time. Boom, boom, boom. Looks all right to me. We're clearing off some pawns to the side of the board. He could push. We push. Also with the immediate threat of winning the rook with check. So I really hope that happens, dude. I need an easy dub. I need an easy dub. He could just develop his bishop. That is a move. My rook is also undefended. So there's a few things that I can do here. My immediate idea is push forward. That's going to... Yes, we're going to go for it. This doesn't work. This is still defended. I'm ready to push forward. Don't love to play a move like that, but he can come forward a couple different ways. I still need to castle. Potentially even stepping forward makes sense. Am I crazy, or did that just hang a knight? He either just hung a knight or he sees something that I just don't see. We grab the knight. Okay. I still haven't got the opportunity to castle. Okay. That locks it down and gives me a passed pawn. I think just to be like principled, we step all the way back, defending this guy. We could also step here, so we're defending it like this. Let me think about this for a second. I'm losing on time as well. We're going to do this first. This square is covered, and we're defending like so. I'm ready to castle. This I'm not really afraid of anymore. I mean, we push forward attacking the bishop. I think he's just playing some pretty terrible moves. So I should be able to convert this quite easily. Okay, so he sacrifices again. Like, are you kidding me? What on earth did that do? I can, for one, jump in attacking the queen. I'm already up a piece, so I take here. He takes back. Then I attack the queen. Queen probably slides over here. Then I castle. This is a pretty critical moment in the game. I also have this knight sacrifice at some point. I also have attack the queen immediately. I like that. It attacks the queen and defends the rook. So we could go... Boom. Queen probably goes here. Then I capture. If you capture, I capture. The queens are looking at each other. If you take here with the queen, I take back. I think... I don't see a reason not to play this move. We go for it. And at this point, I could just castle. I could just castle, and like whatever's going on over here, just like forget about it. Like, yes, the knight is hanging, gives you activity. My rook is now defended, so I could even just step forward. Like, this move makes sense now, actually. Because this... I grabbed. The rook is still defended. I think this was the key move right here. Okay, so we grab. Is there anything better? We grab the knight. Your bishop steps in. I capture. Say you capture with the queen. I mean, I'm going to take this first. Okay, I think we're okay to play this. The key thing to note is the rook is defended by the bishop. So we go here. Okay. We lose this, that's for sure. And I think we just castle. Like, yes, this pawn is weak. Yes, this pawn push makes sense. But I think I'm just going to have so many threats here. Like, my king is safe. This pawn push, I don't see it ever actually working. I mean, I can just capture. He's going to have to prep it. So he goes for this immediately. I think what we do here is we just threaten mate in one. How do you stop that? You have to trade... I mean, this just seems like the move, right? The pawn is still defended. I'm threatening mate in one. If you try and run, I'm threatening win the rook at the end of all of that. I'm up 2 minor pieces, so as long as I'm not a complete idiot, I should be able to get this elo back. And I really did need a dub. I really did. I lost like 4 games in a row, so it's about time that I gave you guys an actual dub. And yeah, what do you do here? I think he's cooked. I don't think there's anything he can do. Because he can't defend with the queen to any square along the diagonal. Specifically this one covered by the knight. If he runs, I'm just getting in with check. He steps up here. I could even hit him with another check. He runs all the way over here. I grab this guy. It's over. So it's really just a matter of like him playing whatever move he plays now, and then I win. At least I think. This doesn't work. That temporarily fixes the problem, but I'm fairly certain that I just capture, and then it's the same issue. Like, what are you doing? So I don't see a reason not to play this. Big time connecting each other. Like, we're defended all the way across the board. Mate in one is incoming. I think this, but then I can just give another check and trade the queens. If he ever ventures the king along to this file anywhere, my rook is incoming. So that gets his rook out of it, yes. But I have check. I mean, this has to be the right move, no? Check. Let's just play it. He steps here. I'm thinking we get this check. Like I said, if he ever steps along to this file. So I think we give this check. We're attacking the rook. The rook is attacking the queen when the king moves. We're going to get the rook involved. I got 4 minutes. Let's just figure out how to mate this guy. For sure, this is the correct move, so let's just go ahead and play it. If you run, does this check do anything? I mean, it looks like he just runs further. I don't know if this check does anything. He just runs away. If I hit you with this, you're going to step up. At that point, I hit you with this check. You run this way. I could just grab this pawn. Let's not lose on time. That would probably be smart. I'm going to give this check. You got to step up, and I might hit you with this, actually. If you run this way... Okay, I'm going to hit you with this check, and that's pretty scary. I'm so scared of just, like, blundering my queen or something and messing this up. Okay, so he's running away. I've got this check. I don't know if it really wins me anything. We've got this, we've got this, we've got this. I don't know what's best, so let's just play this. Only move. To be honest with you, I don't see like a exact way to win this. So let's just guarantee the dub. Let's just guarantee the dub. I'm going to win this endgame. That's the way I'm going about doing this. Unfortunately, I think that's what had to be done. Grab a pawn. Grab the other pawn. All we got to do is not let this turn into a queen and we win. Here he could resign. So we're just going to grab this pawn. Him not resigning is a little bit ridiculous. But I am gonna come forward with the king. So he's got to make a decision. I'm coming in with the king. I want this pawn, bro. I don't really need it, but what are you trying to do, bro? You can't go in the corner. Get out of here. Okay. So if you ever are in a situation where you're worried about a stalemate, I got 2 minutes, so for sure it's not going to happen, but we're just going to push this pawn. I don't want him like hiding over here somewhere where a stalemate can happen. So we can just do this. He's way on that side of the board, and we'll push this pawn. We get this with check. Get this with check. If he goes here, it's mate. If he goes there, we'll cut him off. So he has to go here. And we'll just chase him down. We will just chase him down. Sorry, I had to think about that for just a second. We then bring the king. Let's frickin' go, dude. Finally, I get a dub. That was an easy dub. So he just kind of like blundered his pieces mid-game. So we'll do an incredibly quick analysis. We're going to do like a 3-minute analysis and see if I missed anything. Probably that was a fairly accurate game, if we're going to be honest. And here we are in the analysis, and that was a pretty seamless, flawless game of chess, if I do say so myself. If we look at this graph, there was never a moment that I was in trouble. There was one moment where I would have had more of an advantage if I played the bishop sacrifice. I just totally missed it and captured pawns too quickly. We're going to go through it. So I really had that one blunder, but everything else was fine. And then here in the end, I lowered my accuracy definitely a little bit by the way that I played that endgame, like trading the queen to lose the pawn and all of that. Even like the rook trade wasn't great, but I'm going to just, from a human standpoint, when you're in an endgame like that and you're winning, simplifying is your best friend. You have like 2 minutes on the clock. He's got a rook and a queen. I've got an extra bishop and a knight. Trading everything, even if I lose like 2 or 3 pawns, that's what you want to do, because you can't blunder when they don't have any pieces. Okay, so just trade it all. Even if you're going to lose some stuff along the way, as long as you have like a couple extra points of material, you're good to go. So we have a pretty boring opening. He gives up the bishop to ruin my pawn structure, although it's not actually that bad. This pawn push doesn't make a lot of sense, but I wanted a place for my bishop to go. We jump in with the knight. We get the bishop pin. We step back. Stepping in with the bishop is actually the correct idea because this knight is pinned. I didn't think about it. He would have just played this, though. Instead, we make a little luft for my bishop. And then here, if I felt like being fancy, you can play for this, where you castle and you just say your king is weak, my pieces are attacking, but I did sacrifice a piece for all of this. So it's going to be a little sketchy. It's going to be a little sketchy. And if I don't play the immediate best moves, then I'm kind of actually in trouble here. We grab the rook. The rook is involved. If you play this, I'm hitting with checks or something. That's a risky way to play, and I don't think that I'm going to play like this, okay? I just want to win the game, and if I play this, you have to play ultra super precise because you sacrificed a piece. So here, we have capture, capture, and one thing that I need to do is pause after pawn captures. Like, once one pawn capture comes in, I go capture, capture, and I don't even think about it. I noticed this a mile away. Like, I saw this whole idea of the check to win the rook. The rook is undefended. So I saw this, and I was like, okay, the threat is still a thing, but him developing the bishop just gets rid of that threat and puts pressure on my piece that's essentially pinned, because my rook is also undefended here. So we jump forward. We step forward. He jumps in with the knight, just a straight-up knight blunder. I don't know what he was thinking there. We step back, and now we've got a passed pawn and a locked pawn structure, essentially. We capture, he captures, I step in with the bishop attacking the queen, I grab the knight, trade the bishops. The key moment of this was when my bishop stepped in here, we were also attacking the queen, so it was like attack the queen and defend the rook all the way in the corner. That rook was undefended because I never castled. Now it's defended, he grabs some stuff, and we castle, we're safe, I've got an extra knight, I've got an extra bishop, and so this part of the game is really just clean up. We step this, we take the pawn, we give a check, he steps up, and now there is a mate in 6. There's a more accurate way that I can play this. But really all I wanted to do was like either mate him easily or just trade all the pieces. And so we hit him with a check, he steps up, we hit him with a check, he steps over, another check, he steps up, this check. And then here, like, okay, so this move is better. There's a mate in 8, but if you have 3 minutes on the clock, your opponent has 5. If you don't see that mate in 8, trade the rooks, trade the queens. There is no possible way that he wins this game ever, okay? If I get my king here, everything is defended. Like, this is the only issue. Like, these guys are not scaring anybody. This guy and this guy are weak. So if I just bring the king here, it's an absolute guaranteed dub. We jump around. We take all of his pieces. And then even here. So I'm losing a lot of accuracy here. There's a mate in 5. Did I see it? No. Then there's a mate in 4. Did I see it? No. I'm doing the easiest, simplest thing not to lose. I don't want to have to think. I don't want to anything. I just want to win the game. So I know how to do this. I don't need to look for a mate in 4 when I know for certain that there's a mate in 10, guaranteed with no effort. So maybe you don't got to play like that. Maybe you do. So either way, thank you absolutely so much for watching this video. If you made it through, I'm sorry the end portion of that game was kind of boring. It was basically just me like simplifying all of the pieces to get the dub. But I'm going to like record and post all of these games no matter what happens. So like I had to do that, okay? And I don't want to mess anything up. I'm live. I know people are going to see this. I don't want to play like I don't want to hang my queen with 1 minute on the clock in the end game that I should have won, okay? So I'm just ultra safe, ultra solid, ultra careful. Please subscribe. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Off the couch and get on the game. What are you doing? Are you snoozing? Because it's time to grind. If you
my fellow chess enthusiasts? We are back at it again, sitting in front of the 64 squares. Today is going to be episode number 5, game number 5, as you can see right here. We're going to be playing a rated 10-minute no increment game on chess.com, pursuing the illustrious rating of 2000. We see 1d4, which I do not love, so we'll be playing c6. Forgive me for the intro, but long story short, this is going to be a series where, win or lose, I post the games, and we're going to see how much did my chess actually progress when I reached 2000 rating elo on Lichess. So I have not played on chess.com very often, and we're going to try and get to 2000 here. And so wish me luck. These games have definitely been a little bit stressful, if I must say the least. I think we just developed this bishop. When the opponent plays c5, it isn't a lot of fun for us because the capture opens up the diagonal. And if we push this pawn, we can't defend the diagonal, and there's a lot of just threats that can happen along this diagonal just very quickly, okay? So I do believe here we step forward with this guy. The capture, we bring the knight to the natural development square. This guy is locked outside of the pawn chain, so he will never be assisting in any of these pins. If the queen jumps forward, I think we just play a calm, cool, and collected here. Now there is capture, knight gets involved. So capturing this way might make sense. Even capturing with the knight arguably makes sense. That walks into forking ideas, so we don't love it. Yeah, so if I play this, I do think he's going to hit me with this check. In which case, I play here. If he plays this, and this is officially the moment where I am out of opening theory. I'm not sure if that move made really any sense, but I'm shielding off like this diagonal and all of these threats. I am also making an escape square for the bishop. I think we're going to just go ahead and calm, cool, and collected develop this bishop over here. And it looks like we're going to have an opposite side castling game of chess. Okay. I think instead of castling, we're going to be principled and just develop our last undeveloped piece. Then we do have the option of castling opposite, but that just puts my king on the semi-open file, so I'm fairly certain that just going this way makes the most amount of sense. If he chases us, we can come back. So let's castle. I'm down 40 seconds on the clock, so I do not want to be... I don't want to just keep sinking below on the clock. So he makes a pointless pawn move. I'm going to make a more or less pointless pawn move. Potentially we bring the rooks to more active squares. That's going to be the next phase of the game. This is the part that a lot of people really struggle with. And it is, we have developed all of the minor pieces. We have developed the queen. We've castled. And it's like, what is the game plan moving forward? My game plan is trade literally everything and go into an endgame and get low on time, because that is my strong suit. And because we're playing for elo here, what I really want to do is, because we're playing for elo, what I really want to do is not lose. Okay, so instead of spending forever, I think I can just step forward. The knight comes. If I step in, if you capture, I go this way. If you jump in, I can capture this way, this way, this way. You can pin me, but I just take. The reason that I'm thinking about moving the queen is he's got this move, jumping in. So I think we're going to just go for the queen trade. His knight is probably going to arrive to this square. I could even take with the pawn and get an open A file. That doesn't seem like a terrible idea, actually. And it reinforces some of these arguably sketchy squares. So yeah, if he trades, I might even take with the pawn. Because if I take like this, his knight's going to jump in. I don't love this. So let's go for it. He can jump here attacking me. I'll jump forward. He steps in. So this... We can also go for a pawn break, but that destabilizes this immensely. I think we jump in. Like I said, I'm trying to not fall too low on the clock, and the more stuff that we trade, kind of the better. We're attacking the knight. That kind of pins down the bishop to the defense of the knight. Jumping forward doesn't work. I will just take, and I win a pawn. Coming over here or here. That's something interesting. On Lichess, you can draw the arrow. You can see my mouse, right? You can draw the arrow, but you can, like, change it mid-thing. This, you can only draw concrete arrows. You can't, like, change your mind mid whatever you want to call it. Okay, so I'm just going to put my rook here because it just feels like it makes sense. Probably a pawn push is going to come. Even this would make sense. I can just capture you, get your knight in. My little conglomerate of pawns over here, I actually quite like. Arguably, my bishop is better than his bishop. I'm actually, like, looking at things. Your bishop is doing nothing. I'm kind of liking... Does the push now make sense? Probably he just chases me out of here. If I push, if he jumps in, I take, he takes. I step back. What if I push here? He jumps in with the bishop. I take, the knight gets in. I'm doing this. It gives me like a concrete, very powerful square for my knight, where I don't actually need to trade off the knight immediately. And we have all of the... We've only traded one pair of pawns. But this. I mean, this separates the pawns. Let's just do it. I'm lower on the clock. Almost definitely, I just play... This is more active. Let's get into a rook and pawn endgame, my friend. You 1787. How are your endgame skills? He's quite good at playing quickly. He is quite good at playing quickly. I think we just trade. We could push forward. What about boom, boom? Capture. I take like this, maybe? This, probably the rook is getting involved, right? Let's just do it. Still not really sure. I think that I want to bring the rook. Does that move make any sense? We can get paired up. Dude, I'm down a minute on the clock still. I mean, he can just chase me out of here. Probably we go here. I don't see any, like, monumental tactics of any sort. This pawn is a little bit weak, but he can just defend it. And then we're just in a more or less pretty complicated endgame, where I would have this pawn break. I mean, that allows this. You double up. Say I go here. You got this. I can also chase you out. We attack. You go here for sure. If I play this, you're just going to attack me again. What about this? He just comes back, but that makes this pawn super weak. What about this? Ooh, he wants to slide in, maybe? He can definitely play a move like this. I'd have to step up. He could then attack this. Okay, we're playing this move. I mean, he's just got this quickly. 5 minutes against 6. Oh, dear Lord. I'm going to poop my pants. Go ahead and spend 30 seconds thinking about your move, bro. I'm sick and tired of being down on the clock. I mean, he can attack.